Hello, I'm Darren, and I'm creating a resource for folks in higher education and people that just want to learn, whether you're a student or you're a teacher. One thing I found is that there's a lot of really good webinars out there, really good videos that help you learn topics. And the topics I'm really interested in now are innovation, education, leadership, business, and science, for instance. So what if you could watch a series of videos from different universities and on different subtopics within those categories? That could be a good learning experience. But what I try to do is help you learn from just watching videos and webinars, and I give you tools to be able to do that so that you can apply what you're learning. Maybe you build a project around it, maybe you reflect on it, maybe you do it in a team. You're not just watching a video because you may not learn as much that way. So that's really what the purpose of university webinars is. So one thing that's really important to me is to be able to show you videos that I recommend from sources I recommend. And here's how I do that, and here's how I actually will build these pages, or these posts as they're called. So here's one, Stanford Entrepreneurship Talk. You see it's on the site. And this is what it looks like on the site, so you can just watch that video. But here's how I build that. This is a site that I really like. I've been following for years. It has really good videos from Stanford University, generally around the topic of innovation and entrepreneurship. So here's one that I want to share, What Great Leaders Do, from Bob Sutton, because it's right in my sweet spot. It's innovation, it's entrepreneurship, it's leadership, right? So I'm just going to check out this video, What Great Leaders Do. And I'd like to create a post around this now and share it. So I'll just, under my posts category in WordPress for my website and blog, I'll just do add a new post. And What Great Leaders Do, from Stanford University, Bob Sutton. So I'm just going to title this post. I always like to lead with the university. Stanford University, What Great Leaders Do. So that looks like a good title for me right now. So what I will do next is I'll add a description in there. And they've already got a description here, and they usually do. Your YouTube videos will have a description. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this, and then I'll go to my blog post and I'll add that as a title. Edit, paste. Or I'll add it as a description. But what I would like to do is just have a paragraph. So I'll add more to this. I want to let people know what the source is of this particular video, and it's Stanford University's Entrepreneurship Corner. It says it right there on the site. So I'll go Stanford University Entrepreneurship Corner. And then I'll say video stated description, and then I'll do colon. So I want to make sure I spell that right. So I usually lead here with the source, Stanford University Entrepreneurship Corner, and then I say video stated description, so that they know that this is the description that follows, that comes right from the video. And then I will also want to link to that original source. So I'll just copy this URL where they can go to the original page here, and then I'll add that as the link. So I added that to the link. So now we've got that linked in there, and we've got the description that they have. So now I want to get the actual video in there, and what I can do is I can embed this video, and you see I'm on the text or the HTML tab in my blog post. So let me go to the video we want to embed. Yeah, it's this one, What Great Leaders Do, from Bob Sutton. And you'll see there'll be an embed button here. So I'll click that, and I'm going to copy that embed code. And then what I'll do is I'll just paste that onto my page here, right? So I should have that there. So I'm going to save this as a draft so far, so we don't lose what we're doing. But I also want to categorize it. So we know that it's about entrepreneurship, right? And we know it's also about leadership, and we know it's from Stanford. So I'm going to highlight those 3 categories. I usually like to highlight 2 to 3 categories. Definitely the university it's from, and then also the topic. So people can then click on that category in my page on my university webinar site and see all the videos in that category, all the leadership videos, all the entrepreneurship videos. And then also I can add in any other tags as well. So I'll add in leaders, I'll add in Bob Sutton, I'll add in Stanford, I'll add in management, I'll add in engineering, because I saw he was a professor of those elements. And I'll also add professional development, and I'll also add online course and some other tags that would describe what this is. So, and essentially I'm just getting those from things that I've seen on that page that describe it. And sometimes there'll be tags, other times you can get them from the title and the biography, and I know I've pulled management, engineering from the biography there. So there's a lot of other things that you can pull too. So those are just a few tags that I've created, and generally nice to have at least 5 tags in there. So far I've got tags in there, I've got it categorized, I've got a title, I've got the description with the link to the original source, and I've got the video embedded. So those are all things that I want to have on there. But the last thing that I want to have is I want to have a featured image. So you notice that when we go to the site here, the original site, universitywebinars.org, my site, each one of these posts has an image that shows up. So that's called the featured image. So here's how I'll get the featured image. I'll just go to this video, and I can play this. And what I can do is just go to a spot
scripts for Hallmark movies
that showcases something of the video. Be good to have one of Bob talking, of course. I also like any visual slides that show any images. Those are really good. But what I'll do is maybe just grab a picture of Bob in action, and that's a good one right there. So then what I'll do is I'll go to Sketch. So now in Sketch, I'm able to do a snapshot of this image. So what I'll do is I'll just pause it and grab an image here of Bob in action. So I've got this sketch image, and I have updated the title a bit. So now what I want to do is just export it, or essentially save it onto my computer. So I go to this gear and I click on export, and I'll export it as Stanford video, what great leaders do, because that's the title. Great leaders do, from Bob Sutton. All right, so I'll just save that. So now I've got that image saved onto my computer. So I want to go back to the post. So now I go to set featured image, and there are the images I have stored in WordPress already. But what I want to do is upload a file. So then from there, I go to the image that I just saved onto my computer, and I simply just drag it on there. And there it is, right there. Click on that one. We've got the title, Stanford Video, What Great Leaders Do, from Bob Sutton. We can add more of a description if we want to, but I think that should be good. So we'll hit set featured image, and there it appears, right? So now we should have done everything that we needed to do. We did a title where we led with the university and the description of what the video is about. From their title, we had a description where we took that description right from the website, but also cited our source with a link, Stanford University Entrepreneurship Corner, video stated description, colon, and then we created the rest of that. We put it into categories. It was entrepreneurship, leadership, and Stanford. We added some tags based on what we saw in the bio and the description of the video. And then we set that featured image based on what we saw, a cool part of the video that we saw where we just used that program called Sketch to capture it. So now we should have everything that we need to publish this, and it should show up. So let's click the publish button. Or if you don't want to publish it so quickly, you can just save it as a draft and somebody else can review that as well. So I'm clicking publish, and now we can view the post. Alright, looks like we're in business, right? We've got the title, we've got the description. This link should work. Yes. All good. So that is how you create a post showcasing a video. And now we'll go to our home page, and we're in business. Beautiful.